Picture a sheepdog lost in a sprawling forest. When a farmer stumbles upon him and shares an unexpected story, it reveals a tale of survival, hidden mysteries, and a heartwarming reunion that no one could have anticipated. The story takes place in a charming village where a remarkable sheepdog named Cooper lives with his owner, Debra. Debra runs a small sheep farm, and each morning, she and Cooper tend to a large flock of sheep, ensuring their safety as they graze in the lush green fields. The mysterious disappearance. One day, as Debra was freeing a sheep caught in some branches, she realized Cooper was missing. She searched the area, but he was nowhere to be found. Cooper usually stayed nearby and always returned when called, but this time, he had disappeared. Growing increasingly worried, Debra began searching the meadows, calling out his name. It felt as though Cooper had vanished into thin air, leaving Debra deeply concerned. Debra spent the entire day and night searching for Cooper. She put up missing posters in her village and the surrounding areas, hoping he would return. Sadly, she found no clues, and Cooper remained missing, leaving Debra heartbroken and filled with unanswered questions. This incident made Debra very sad. She used to have a sheepdog named Cooper, but one day, Cooper disappeared, and Debra was heartbroken. She missed him terribly and hoped every day that he might come back. A surprise call. 7 long months passed, and Debra's hope began to fade. Then, out of the blue, she received a surprising phone call from a sheep farmer who lived far away. He told Debra something she never expected. A few days earlier, the farmer had been walking in the woods near his farm, keeping an eye out for wolves. Suddenly, he came across a very thin and injured dog. The poor dog was weak, hungry, and barely alive, with dirty, matted fur, a long scar on his side, and a limp on his leg. Feeling sorry for the dog, the farmer took him home and cared for him, feeding him and helping him recover, unaware of the dog's true identity. When the farmer took the dog to the vet, they discovered he was a sheepdog that had been vaccinated as a puppy. The dog had clearly been through a tough journey, facing dangers like wolves and bears. Things became even more interesting when the farmer saw a missing dog poster in the village asking for a sheepdog named Cooper. Comparing the poster to the dog he had rescued, he realized it was Cooper, the sheepdog who had been missing for 7 months. Debra, who had been hoping for Cooper's return, was overwhelmed with emotions. She felt relieved and happy, knowing that Cooper had not disappeared forever. The heartwarming reunion. Eager to see Cooper again, Debra rushed to the farmer's house, which was a few miles away. The big field and the fresh smell of grass made her even more excited. As she knocked on the farmer's old door, she was greeted by the amazing sight of Cooper standing there, filling her with hope. Cooper looked older but still had the same familiar spark in his eyes. He had gained weight, his fur was clean and shiny, and his scar had healed. Debra couldn't hold back her tears as Cooper happily ran toward her, barking joyfully. She hugged him tightly, feeling his warm, soft body, and was flooded with relief and happiness, knowing that Cooper had survived and was finally back with her. The reunion was an emotional experience for Debra. Cooper's muddy paw prints on the porch of the farmhouse symbolized the start of a new beginning. The new adventure, when Cooper was reunited with the sheep after 7 months, he was ecstatic, bouncing around like a joyful puppy. It was clear he had missed both the flock and his role as a sheepdog. The next morning, as Debra prepared for the day, she was delighted to see Cooper already hard at work, herding the sheep toward the meadow. Despite being 7 months older, Cooper still moved with the same lively energy in his steps. Many of the sheep Cooper once knew had passed away, and the younger ones weren't familiar with him. They began to wander toward a path near the woods, an area Debra quickly recognized as dangerous. Cooper noticed it too and started growling and snarling toward the trees. Alarmed, Debra rushed over, determined not to let Cooper disappear again. She grabbed his collar as he struggled to break free. Then, out of the corner of her eye, Debra spotted something suspicious in the bushes. The sheep backed away as Cooper's growl escalated into a loud bark. Despite his difficult past, Cooper was prepared to protect Debra. Perhaps on that fateful day when he vanished, a predator had ventured too close to the flock, and Cooper had chased it into the woods, becoming lost and facing unknown dangers. Debra swiftly guided the sheep to safety, resolving to take a safer route from then on. Determined not to risk anyone's well-being, especially Cooper's, who had already endured so much. She might never know the full story of what happened to him, but what mattered most was that Cooper was home again. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.